This is a demonstration of EMC Control Center, the industry's only storage resource management tool that can discover, monitor, report, and alert from the virtual machine to the physical spindle and all points in between. Control Center 6.0 introduced an ESX agent that, along with host, SAN, and array agents, can coalesce all of the information about the environment into easily digestible reports, charts, and graphical modeling. These enhancements greatly simplify planning, provisioning, and monitoring of even the most complex data center environments. Let's start by taking a look at the basic VMware objects the Control Center can discover and manage. By selecting hosts, you can see the Control Center sorts hosts into containers. In this case, we can see that there are Windows, Unix, and ESX hosts in this data center. By selecting ESX servers, you can see that there are 4 ESX servers that have been discovered. Driving down into one of those servers, we can see that it's discovered adapters, both IP and fiber channel, all of the VMFS file systems, and all of the volumes, both local and SAN-based, that ESX server has discovered. Last, you can see all of the virtual machines that are configured to run on this host. Those with the red icon are currently not running. Those with the blue folder are not running VM tools, and those with no superimposed icon are currently running and up to date. Now let's take a look at some of the default views that you can use to help perform common administrative tasks. By default, the task pane is set to properties. In order to populate the window with the object that you want to look at, you can drag and drop the object into the view pane, double-click the object, or simply put a check in the box to the left of the object. As you can see, by selecting the ESX server object, you can get basic information such as hostname, ESX code level, number of CPUs, and the amount of memory, among others. If we continue to populate the view window, we can see that file systems provide information such as the total capacity of the VMFS file systems and the amount of free space by both quantity and percentage. We can also get virtual machine-specific information such as operating systems and patch level, number of virtual CPUs, memory allocation, and capacity allocation and availability. All of this information can also be gathered by running reports that we will see later, but here they are readily accessible with just a few clicks. Next, we will look at one of my personal favorites, the relationship view. By dropping an ESX server into this view, you can now graphically see the logical relationship links from the virtual machine to the VMFS file system to LUN to physical disk. This is a fantastic view for easily showing what resources a specific virtual machine may be using, and additionally what other virtual machines may be sharing common resources as well. If you select an object within the view pane, all objects that are related to that object will have its paths highlighted. Next, let's take a look at the topology view. Unlike the relationships view, where we saw logical connectivity between objects, in the topology view, we see the physical connections between those objects. By opening up the host, you can see the HBAs, and simply selecting the HBA, you can see the physical path to the fabric. Next, by selecting the storage container, you can see the arrays that the host is connected to. And by selecting that array, you can see the ports on the array that the host is zoned to. Now, the views that we've seen here are great for determining what's out in the data center in real time. They're great tools for use when planning for ad hoc operations like volume extensions, new storage provisioning, and laying out new VM deployments. If you want reports that can be analyzed more closely and monitored over time, a tool that can perform trending analysis of storage growth and availability over time, information on what your environment looked like at some point in time in the past, or even the ability to generate customizable chargeback reports, Control Center Storage Scope is the tool that you want to look at.